What's up, guys? I'm Janelle Maurice, a singer, songwriter, artist, um, and I just put out my EP New Order recently. So we're here to talk about it today.
Hey, so how did you come up with the concept with the New Order?
So the New Order, it actually began with me being in a part of my life where I was battling a dark journey, and I came up with the concept of the dark angel. Well, actually, I didn't come up with it, but I'm actually very into like dark fantasy and like science fiction. And the concept of a dark angel always intrigued me. So I kind of like looked deeper into it, and after looking into it, I realized that that was very much a reflection of the journey that I was going through. So a dark angel is actually still a vessel of God, and often they're looked down upon because their methods to fixing their issues or they're going through their battles is through destruction and darkness. Not really the normal way that society um, would perceive to be, the acceptable way. But anyhow, so along my journey, the new order is just about taking over that darkness and making into beauty. And there's truly is beauty in ugly, and yeah, so that's and I kind of like I said, I love the concept of dark fantasy and like the medieval times and the New Order is just really dope, and that's when I just took it there with the visual direction as well.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I love like in terms of like the cover art too, in terms of like the photography, and then chose that. Did you have any like say in that, or was that like you were trying to like discuss that with your team? Like, how did that process go through?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, like the New Order is very, very specific to, I would say, like a theme and an aesthetic. So like I'm always very in touch with and very proactive with the visuals. I work with my art director, Michael Jean. She's actually a woman as well. She does all my visuals um, as far as art goes, and we work really well together on implementing my music into ideas and, like I said, like the science fiction, like um, very like fantasy driven art as far as that, like the Dark Angel concept. My last EP, she helped me carry the fairy aesthetic that I was going for. But this one, it's a lot darker. And like I said, the Dark Angel was actually um, the Dark Angel was very important to the direction of the New Order. So
Mhm.
we just kind of implemented there. So and it just meshed well because, like I said, it's all um, and yeah, direction.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Like when it came to this concept, like me, I was able to like becoming a fan. Like I actually found you through like your first song, No Tomorrow. So I listened to like your mixtape, Unbothered, and then till this one.
You did a lot of homework.
Yeah. So like I know,
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you.
So yeah, so I felt like with this one, I felt like you were super comfortable with this one, and I
Mhm.
felt like even
Mhm.
when it came to the
Mhm.
cursing aspect, like you like I felt like you were in your
Yeah.
bag when it came to this, like when it came to being in the pocket, and I'm like she really feels comfortable, and it really felt cohesive, and it felt like all together, like each song felt like it was like meant to be a part together, like it felt like all meant to be, and I love having like the intro, the outro, and then replaying. I felt like it had a lot of replay value, like in my opinion. So
Oh, for sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you also like going like rewinding and like just seeing the progress, you know. I think as an artist, like that's one thing we can always appreciate from listeners like yourself. Um, be- because everything you just pointed out is like something that I really hold true to my artistry, you know, like like the progress and like the transition from like very bright to the dark, where it's actually more of who I am today, as I've grown, you know, like and like I said, this project allowed me to really like be comfortable in my own skin and not hold back in terms of, you know, trying to keep it G rated or like again the cuss words and like just being very a lot more honest in the music. And truth be told, like even in the past where my music sounded a little more bright and clean, um, the music that's expressing now, that's actually still who I was at the time. Um, but like you said, I think it's more so the progress of just being more comfortable and letting all of that show.
Yeah, I feel like when it came to like me listening to like the first project, the second, and then now this is the third one in terms of EP. I feel like you're being a lot more authentic. Like I feel like a lot of people appreciate authenticity and being yourself and being real. Because like I felt like the first mixtape, I felt like it was a little rough. I felt like a
Hmm.
few songs I was like, yo, that I can still come back and listen to. And then I felt like the
Hmm.
second project, I was like, okay, she's like trying a little different stuff, like see if she's capable of
Hmm.
doing this. And I felt like this one, I feel like it was a perfect one because you can listen to it start to finish and not even skip it. And it's like only 18 minutes long and 8 songs.
Yeah,
And I thought it was just like, yo, like let's say I don't know how many songs you had for this EP. I don't know if it's like I don't know if
there
you had
was
like
there were 8 songs, but 6 records because if you remove the intro outro, it would only
mm-hmm.
be 6 records. But like you said, it's only 18 minutes, 8 records. I think it's like a super easy listen, and I think if you're gonna listen to 1 or 2 songs, it's worth just taking a listen to through all of it because I made it so cohesively and like just to come all together to tell a story and like and it doesn't take much. It's like a quick car ride, so.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'd say like I feel like you had like a vision, and then you just like this is what I'm gonna do. Like I don't care if like people don't like it or whatnot, or if you think it's not clean. But like honestly, like to God, like people are like a lot more worse when it comes to like more explicit with the content. So like it was perfect. So you weren't overthinking it when
Thank
it came to
you.
that. So I really do
Yeah.
appreciate that. So
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the thing with R&B is too like it's um you have to be careful with not being excessive with the like not so much more excessive, but like you want to make it sound still authentic, without kind of like throwing the paint on it all over the place. It's kind of like a sprinkle enough just to feel the authenticity of the artist, and it still be R&B or alternative R&B or whatever you want to call it.
yeah, definitely, definitely. How did you get into like I guess music? Like what made you want to continue to do it like after, this being the third project, what was like the motivation to continue to do this?
Well, like you said, as I grow as an artist, like there's no like going backwards for me at least. If you've like gotten so far already, I mean, obviously there's so much to go, but like I just don't see myself looking back. It would just tear me apart. But in terms of like motivation, I mean, you just gotta keep going and you gotta have tunnel vision. When you dive into this field or this creative artistic lane, like it's really easy to get discouraged, but you have to go into it and sign up for knowing what you're getting yourself into. I mean, I'm not to say, I don't have like discouraging days. I mean, this project is like a prime representation of like my dark moments, where I do feel really let down or like, I don't know if I can keep going, but there's just no way. Like I don't
Mhm.
see myself doing that. Like I feel like I would rather, um, yeah, there's nothing else I would rather do and stay alive
Yeah, I
if
feel
it wasn't music.
Yeah, I felt like for 2020, I felt like it was perfect because I felt like a lot of people had a lot of plans for 2020, and then of course COVID hits, or let's say family members, let's say if they're dying from like COVID, or I'm saying in terms of quarantine and a lot of different things too. Like I'm saying a lot of people's plans were like I'm saying destroyed behind 2020, but like. I think it was dope. I think it was awesome because especially like in the intro when I was listening like the beauty and the destruction, like I felt like that definitely like flowed well. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it
Hmm.
was like a dark time. Like I needed to put this out. I think it was perfect timing in my opinion.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it did kind of work out that way, and it's crazy how like art always kind of it's like it's so expressive. It kind of like meshes with the energy in the air. um, and that's what I felt with this. Like the time I was feeling that, like everything was happening in the world, and um, I mean, there's a light at the end of the tunnel for
Mhm.
sure. And I definitely felt that throughout the journey, and yeah, the last song on the project was, or the last song I put on the project was actually the single off the record, which is it's still dark, but like it's definitely talking about a good time.
Yeah, I thought that was actually one of my favorite records too. And then actually hearing that that was like the last record you put on, I was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, you think that would be like the first record you put out? It feels like a like just like a party song that you just throw up and just vibe out to. Like honestly, like for
Did you
real.
say throw up like
Yeah,
vomit?
yeah, no, no, not like vomit. Like you say, like throw up. No, 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 no. When you say like throw up, like what I'm saying, like you just like carefree, throwing up your hands up in the air. You know what I'm saying, like that type. What I'm saying.
Okay, got it,
Yeah, I'm
got it.
from SoCal, so I'm saying, so like we have different
From
terminology. Yeah,
SoCal?
SoCal. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
got it. Yeah, I've never heard just throw up.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
heard
yeah,
throw it
yeah. No, no,
up.
no, no. Yeah, like throw it up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, I meant to say like throw it up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Okay, got it, got it.
yeah.
No, that's
So
definitely
yeah.
the song. And like, actually, the project was all already finished by the time I had made that. And once I made it, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw this on there and make it the single because it's a record for sure. And yeah, it just worked out because I needed like that one club record. Although the clubs are closed, but it's like,
Yeah.
that's what people know me, my energy as as that. And like I actually didn't have like a super hard single in my head that I was pushing for. I mean, not to say that they're not hard, but I'm saying like that I was adamant about making the single. Um my favorite record on the project is actually Chopsticks, but
Mhm.
um it's always good to, put out, especially for like the um like the theme, not the theme, the I'm looking for the word, especially for the what I've been putting out every, for all my singles. It's definitely like more up tempo, and that's what people know me for my vibe as. So when Off the Record was made, I was like, okay, let's just make this a single. And then on top of that, I actually didn't realize the reaction would be like that for that specific record. Um, but like my manager said, like it's just like it feels the most you, and that's what people fuck with. So I'm like, I guess that's what that means.
Hey, that's dope. So like how long did it take like the recording process? Was it like just like a month or was it like a week? Like how long did like every song like for all the whole project together, how long did it take
I mean,
to craft the whole thing?
I started recording those specific songs probably because, like, mind you, when you're recording, that's like only half of what you've recorded throughout the time span. I'm already like finishing up like my next project, and I'm also working on another collab EP. So actually, yeah,
Oh, that's pretty that's
podcast.
oh yeah, that's
No, sorry.
oh yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Um, what was the question?
Oh, I was saying how long did it take for the new
Oh
order? How
yeah,
long did it for the recording process, the whole thing to put it
right.
together?
So, yeah. So, like, in the midst of all that, like all the other projects being worked on, I probably began writing in like February and stopped like July. So February, March, April, May, June. Like in the span of 6 months. Yeah, in the span of 6 months, the project was wrapped, and that like goes with like a bunch of other work that I got done. So like it's a matter of like sorting through it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
I think that's super dope. Like just having the concept, you're like, okay, we're gonna do something, and took a matter of 6 months, and just trying to sort it through it and just put deliver. In my opinion, I think it's a really really great project. In my opinion, I think it's like really dope and
yeah.
something I'm coming back to. Like my favorite songs, like from that is like off the record. For I think it's for you. I probably butchered it. I think let me figure out which one it was.
For you,
Yeah, no,
is
real you. My bad, real
Real
you.
You.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So real you, and I think chopsticks. It was funny. Like I was like I had the melody. I was like, yo, what's I was like I had the Chopsticks melody, and I'm like thinking like Beauty and Destruction. I had those like I wasn't even listening to the project. I'm all like walking around and like I have it in my head. I'm like Beauty and Destruction. I'm like, who the hell is singing that? I'm like, oh, that's
Bro,
Janelle's freaking EP. I'm like, dang, like it's
I
catchy. Yeah.
love I love that. You don't to hear that because like that tells me like how much people are into the entire project cohesively and not just one record, you know? Um and also you just named three of your favorites from 8 song project and like often when people tell me their favorites it's like all different. So it's just like I love to hear that.
Hey, that's so awesome. Yeah, I was.
It's like low key, like each record is a sleeper in depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, definitely. I was playing some of your music, and a lot of people were like, "Yo, wait, she's singing this? Like, this is her voice?" I'm like, "Yeah, like this is her, man." So, like, a lot of
Like
people
you
were.
mean my old music?
Oh no, I was no this project. I was showing them this project, and they were like, "What? What do you mean?" So like, let me check her out real quick,
Oh,
and
nice.
so like people were like that. They're watching like the he put a video for the watch party. I mean, I guess a listening party, my bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
they were like, "Yo, is this her?" Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, this is So it's pretty
I
awesome.
love it. Thank you. You getting my name out there.
Y-
Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'm trying. So yeah. So do you have like any like? So my last question is: so do you have any like future goals in terms of being an artist at the moment?
um, no ceilings with the goals. Like I'm trying to feed generations, like generational wealth out of music and business, um, and creativity. Like um, and not having to feel like I'm working because I love what I do.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to interview you, like for real, like just me just being genuine as like a fan wise. So like I'm like
Yeah.
really happy, and so I appreciate it. Like thank you for giving me your time for that, like for real. Like I ultimately respect that a lot. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. So I thank you for being on the podcast.